I see a stock going up and I buy it and I just watch it until it stops going up and then I sell it, and I do that over and over and it pays for our whole lifestyle.
Y'all remember that TikTok, right? That got so viral.
Hey, Money Guy family. Content team has decided they want to introduce TikTok to us. They want to see what the old guy thinks, and I'm sure you know all about TikTok.
Oh yeah, I'm a full-on talker.
So let's see what they kind of set up for us.
Awesome, let's go. Jump right in.
I trade stocks with no effort and no past knowledge and make tons of money. All right, boys. So this is literally a legit real-life money.
How to make a ton of money.
Oh man, I feel like we're gonna have a lot of disagreements with this. Let's go.
Trading stocks without past knowledge.
Okay, so right here we're looking at Apple.
Well, hang on. I'm a finance dude too. All right. I'm a very, I mean, look at me. I am a finance bro to my core. Okay. So you can be a finance bro and a trader. Uh-oh, Nathan's wife is listening.
Okay. It gives you a perfect sell indicator of when to sell. And then once it even gets better. Once it gets
this is all momentum trading.
Look at that. Buy indicator.
Is that it?
What follows?
All you have to do is just wait for when it hits the sell point, then you sell it. And then when it's the buy point, then you just buy it.
What follows? Huge jump. Oh, hit the top. Sell. All right, so to get to this spot, you
I don't know. Sounds like he's saying only price pays to me.
gotta go to tradingview.com. Once you're at tradingview.com, hit indicator.
Could you imagine if Warren heard about this? Think about how much money he would make.
No, Warren has that.
Oh, that's how
Yeah, because he would only make money when price is going up.
we got there. That's what he did.
Financial investing is very irrational in the short term. Over the long term, economics and market cycles come into play. But
did he just say market cycle? Did he just say market cycle? Well, look, to that young man's point in his TikTok, you're only going to get paid as it's going up, and then you sell it on the way down. I don't know. I don't think that kid's so crazy.
if it was this easy, the person who wrote this program would not sell it or share it. It would just use it internally.
All right, let's keep going. Now, we're going to a different TikTok now. I just want to let you know, these are not all the same video.
Thank you for the clarification.
This is a different thing. Oh, okay.
According to CNBC, 6 in 10 Americans.
You know, at one point I was making TikToks, and like Chris literally went hog wild a while ago. Like I said, I've made 2,100 videos before you even found out who I was. Okay. I was making 7 TikToks a day at one point. I remember making these kind of videos. Whoa, I'm over that.
Think that they can retire comfortably based off of $1 million. I'm here to tell you that it might not be enough.
Yep.
On average, $1 million will last 19 years, depending on.
Bro, are you kidding? Man, that was before inflation got crazy. $1 million is hardly nothing these days.
The state in which you live in. Some states like California and New York, you can blow that in a decade. So make sure you set aside to 10 to 15% of your income annually.
I like that.
Work your way up
That's a little
to
low,
saving 10 times more than your salary. This is what we mean here. And lastly, you have to follow from.
I don't know. I feel like if you can make more money, make as much as you possibly can. Because imagine, right? And this is something in finance I'd never understood why people preach this, right? Imagine you're saving your entire life. You're scrimping and saving and making sacrifices your entire life just to get it where it's 10 extra salary, okay? Let's use round numbers. Let's say $1 million is 10x $100,000 salary, right? So now you're saying that I have to make, let's say I retire at 60. I now have to make 10 years of salary last 20, last 25, right? So I got to make it last from the point I'm 60 to 85. But what if I run out? That sucks, right? I think that system right there is flawed and broken. I think you need to save as much as you possibly can, because who in their right mind wants to retire at 60 and then say, you know what? I think I'm just going to live on half of what I used to make now. And I'm going to stress and eat dog food and all the other stuff that retirees do, right? And, you know, stereotypical things that they do to save money. That ultra sucks. I don't want that when I'm 60. I want to retire and be a balling ass out of control, don't you? So I don't understand that logic there. But let me introduce myself real quick. My name is Christopher Yulew. I've twice been awarded top 100 people in finance. I was mentored by 5 of the market wizards, the best traders of all time. I've been successfully trading since 2009, and this is where we save time, make money, and start winning with less risk together as a team. Now, of course, I want you to rank this video in just a couple minutes, but do me a favor and subscribe if you haven't already.
For more, because school doesn't teach you this.
Oh.
So here's the thing. I liked her video because it's true. $1 million, especially with inflation,
Sure, it's not what it was.
might not be able to provide as much as people realize. But I would recommend saving 20 to 25%.
Sure.
Because look, 10 to 15% was great when we all had.
Oh man, but then right on the other side, what he's saying that 20 to 25% after tax. Hopefully you can do a pre-tax, but saving 20 to 25%. pre-tax or post-tax, doesn't matter. That's a buttload of money, right? That sounds awesome. And that's what I'm saying, ball out of control. But I mean, that's a struggle. That's going to be a real struggle for 20 years.
Pensions, but you're going to find, especially the higher your income is, the more the responsibility falls on your shoulder.
But this is what I'm encouraged about. This was obviously a young lady, and she's telling her fellow, whatever generation she's in, hey, you got to be saving. You got to be saving for you. So even though it's 10 to 15, a little lower than we'd recommend, it's a great starting point. Starting at 10 to 15 is great.
By the way,
like that.
we're doing it wrong. We're supposed to start all shows, just from what I learned from her, exasperated. Like we should be like, welcome
Dude, that's what I mean. Like I remember doing those TikToks.
to the Money Guy Show.
What's a piece of information that you learned that feels illegal to know?
Do you know if you trade or invest in the stock market, whenever you sell your shares to make money, you actually got to pay anything from 10% to 30% of your profits? And there's an actual way where you don't got to pay anything?
So you have to pay tax on your gains. Yeah. Unfortunately, that is the world we live in.
Invest and the money goes up, we lose like 10 to 30% of that. So I wonder if you could be talking like taxes, maybe. I think that's what he's saying.
Yeah, well, that's
Like,
what
sounds
she
like
was
that's
saying.
going.
Yeah, so taxes. So maybe we're going to talk about Roth IRAs.
So let's see. Well, don't guess what he's going to say. We got to see what he's going to say.
It's just my personality.
One of the most known brokers to trade is called Robinhood.
Robinhood.
Right? That's a broker that actually charges you anything from 10% to 35% for every share that you sell. But there's other brokers like...
Wait, what? Charges you 10 to, like in commissions? That would super suck. Robinhood wouldn't exist if that were the case.
AQD. All right, KOT Forex, Huge. These brokers make sure you don't pay any taxes.
Oh, they make sure you don't pay any tax. Okay, got it.
Okay, maybe I can agree with these guys a little more than I thought. Oh, okay, I see where this is going. Yeah, welcome to Scam City.
He's going with the Wesley Snipes strategy.
If
Wesley
you use these
Snipes.
folks, you don't pay any taxes. What? Yeah. Don't follow that strategy. If you don't pay your taxes, the government will come and take your stuff. I don't care what the broker says.
Why? Because these brokers are not based in the United States. Therefore, every single dollar that you make is completely just for you and yourself.
No. If you don't live in the United States and you're trading with that broker, then whatever place you're living is going to apply, right? I'm not a tax attorney, not an accountant. I have no idea what I'm talking about, but I do know that this is a bad idea. Don't do it.
You don't gotta pay nothing. Enjoy.
No, that's not right. Now there are some tax-free vehicles out there that you should know about. You should know about Roth IRAs and HSAs, and that is true. When you invest money in there, you don't actually lose money to taxes because they are tax-free vehicles. That is a vehicle, not a.
Well, you're paying taxes before it goes in versus paying taxes on its way out, right? You're going to pay taxes either way.
Company. If a company tells you, hey, invest with us and you'll never pay taxes, you should run 1,000 miles an hour in the other direction because that is total Wesley Snipes territory.
Probably page 2 of their brochure says they never lose money in the markets either. So I would, anytime something sounds too good to be true, it's too good to be true. So always have your spidey senses kind of fine-tuned for those weird outlying type promises.
Love it.
So how do we make money from home? For starters, this is not a
I remember this. I'm assuming. So when did this come out specifically? 2021. I don't know if that was new in 2021, but I know you saw this. And I remember at that time watching this video and I'm like, dude gets it. Dude gets that only price pays. I know he simplified it down to its most simple form, but he gets it. Even though he's wearing an Ohio State sweater and JG's going to take a point off for that, even though he gets it. And her eyes are so beautiful. I'm just saying, I'm just putting that out there. The Deezers made it. OPP. Scottish guy. What's up? That's a chocolate bar? I don't know. What's this thing called retirement? No joke. Alan, dog food gets expensive. I'm already bawling. I try. Retirement's a myth. You just move on to another endeavor. I agree with that. Greetings from Romania. It's just Vlad. What's up, dude? Ew. Or OH. I don't know what that. I don't know how to say that, so I'm not gonna try. If it's too good to be true, it is. Hey, Wes. Jose. No worries. The government will always find a way to get your taxes, even if it takes a few years.
Not a sponsored video. We just get this question all the time, and honestly, the answer is really simple.
So basically, I just trade stocks on an app called Robinhood, which I left a link in our bio if you want to check it out. It's free to download, free to sign up. They actually give you a free stock, so they're paying you to sign up. Here's my strategy in a nutshell. I see a stock going up and I buy it, and I just watch it until it stops going up, and then I sell it, and I do that over and over, and it pays for our whole lifestyle.
Here's the thing. He's right, though. Right. I know these guys are laughing because he's oversimplified it, but he's right though. In fact, on the video we talked about this morning, I definitely recommend you go back and watch it. I talked about how, the idea of dollar cost averaging into anything, right? Unless it's the SPY and you have 20 years where if the market's going to go sideways for a decade. Let's use so from 2022, January 2022 to January 2024, that was 2 years of absolutely no gains on your money. No gains during that time. Okay. But then there's others like BlackBerry, right? The market cycle just ruined them. The video we talked about this morning had multiple examples of ARKK, right? ARKK at one point was like the darling ETF, right? And yeah, bro, if you bought it on the way up and you sold it on the way down, you would make bank. If you threw the outlier trend template on it, you would have known when to get in and know when to get out. If you were using outlier, you could have followed the signals that we give you on there. By the way, there's 25 new buy signals and 75 new sell signals today. So market breadth is continuing to go down. But this is, I know it sounds crazy, but he's right. I know it sounds crazy, but he's right. What price do you believe Nvidia will be to have this day next year? I don't know. I really don't know. And that's the thing. As a trader, I don't care. I mean, it could be up 1,000. It could be down at $4. It doesn't matter to me. I'll make money as it's trending up, and I'll make money as it's trending down. But to guess what the price will be a year from now, it doesn't matter. You don't have to know what the price will be in the markets ahead of time. It's a good question, though. So he's saying OPP, even without saying outlier. He is saying OPP. He's saying exactly that. No Buckeye fans here. I'll enjoy my CFP. Whatever, bro. Sports are dumb. We don't talk about sports. Sports are stupid. I like both the... No sports talk. Sports talk is forbidden. Why is averaging up a good thing? If it drops, you lose. Because if you're averaging down, you're already losing. Let's go to AMD. Averaging up is a good thing because you're adding to your winner as it's working. If you're adding to your loser as it's going down, you're just making things worse for you, because here's the thing. You don't know if it's ever going to go back up. You have no idea if it's ever going to come back up. And if it does come back up, you've now wasted 6, 8, 12 months where you could have been in a different stock that was going up. So that's why averaging down is a bad... You're adding more and more risk every time you put on a trade by doing that. It's a good question, though. It is a good question. Damn, are you back to... No sports talk. Teasers, I don't want to do it, but I will ban you if we're only going to do sports. No, this is not Sports Central or Sports Center or whatever it's called. That's what I do too. Price pays. Hey man, agree, sports is a waste. I'm just playing with you guys. I don't care about sports, so I can't give you anything. No, damn it, Nathan. Nobody gets a 7. You got the bullhorn of shame for that, though. Just saying. What about extreme sports? Adding to losers is doubling down. It is. It's as Paul Tudor Jones would say, losers average losers. On HIMS, could you show where you'd exit with such a weird rally? Let's do that. Let's go to HIMS. Let's also pull up the outlier data. I think, oh my gosh. Outlier cover HIMS. Good gravy. That's a daily chart? Holy moly. Dang, that's what the only price pays. That's only price paying right there, right? That's when you're averaging up into a trade, okay? Man, what a move on that. HIMS has... Now, for outlier, we would have captured that gain from here to here. We would have missed out on this one, but that's okay. Still captured some gain. We are at a heat map value. Okay, so let's contextualize this. We have a fear and greed score inside of outlier. It goes from 0 to 50 on greed and 0 to 50 on fear. HIMS is at 50. HIMS has max out. HIMS cannot go higher on the fear and greed index. Okay, that's what it's saying here. Absolutely bonkers. 100% of value on HIMS. I'm not saying it can't go higher, because that trend is a monster trend right now. I don't know what's driving it, but that is a monster trend. So because it's maxed out, I would be very, 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 very nervous on this one. I would give it, I mean, if you're following the 10 period moving average, that's a great place to start to tell you when the trend is no longer trending up, but this could run for a while. Let me show you an example with Palantir, right? This gap and go could go for a while. right? And if you're using that 10 moving average, you'll know when the trend is starting to slow down and may start to reverse. So a close under the 10 may be an appropriate time to get out of HIMS, but goodness, that is monster move right there. Okay, the video is trending up to an 8. Rob Kraft, thanks, man. Doing way better after a week of watching you. Well, that's awesome, dude. Way to go. Been holding long eye on Q and just stick around a loser for some reason. You don't have to do that. You don't have to do that. Check out Bros. Hims and Bros. Like a man show around here. Oh, Dutch Bros. Do y'all actually like Dutch Bros coffee? I don't like Dutch Bros coffee. And I'll tell you why I don't like Dutch Bros coffee. As I mentioned earlier, I'm a snob. I really like a nitro cold brew. I love a nitro cold brew. We have a Hims coffee or not Hims coffee, Dutch Bros coffee. I went through the drive-thru the other day. This was a while ago. And I see that they have nitro cold brew on the menu. I go to nitro cold brew, and they're like, it only comes in one size because it comes out of a can, and we pour it in a cup. And I'm like, what the frick did you just say to me? What did you just say to me? You're telling me my coffee at this specialty coffee place is coming out of a can? Frick no, I'm out of here. So yeah, I'm done with Dutch Bros. But that stock, that move, that's a power move right there. And just give it 3 candles to find out if it's going to be a gap and go like Palantir. Give it 3 candles to tell you if it's going to be a gap and go like Palantir, or if it's going to be a gap and crap like Lyft. Right? Gapped up and whoo moly. That's a gap and crap right there. That's a gap and crap right there. Oh, Shane, Palantir is a sell signal and outlier. I didn't realize that. Oh, wait, wait, I'm sorry. I lied. I lied 1,000%. Everything I just told you was on net. I thought I typed in Bros. Forgive me. I did not realize it said net right there. That was the stock. What is it? Hims. Wow, I totally failed you on that. I failed you hard on that. Please accept my apology. But let's look at Hims this time. Let's look at Hims this time. Let's go to the 6-month view. 6-month view. Look at this buy signal. November 26th to now, outlier. Peaking heat map at G41, right? On Hims. And it actually is Hims this time. I messed that up. November 26th. Is this where I circled? Oh, that's January 17th. November 26th here. Holy moly. 94% move on that buy signal. Good gravy. Now, of course, I wouldn't have traded this entire thing here, right? As it's going up and then closes under the 10, I would have been out. But if I were watching this stock and I saw it had a buy signal and I saw it crossing back over, then my dudes, that would have been another entry point you could have taken, right? And right, it would have gone up, peaked on its heat map. In fact, I'll tell you exactly how I would have traded it. I'll tell you exactly precisely how I would have traded it. Watch. So buy signal came on November 26th. Okay. And that had a buy signal heat map rating of G18. So 18 out of 50 on the greed scale. I like that. I would have consulted my exit points over here. And I said, okay, if it's at a G18, I'm going to give it a 10-point spread. So from G18 to G28 is what I'm looking for. Or a stall. So G18, G26. So looking at this value right over here. But from G18 to G26 overnight. And then the following day, G36. That ran up fast on the greed scale. So it would have been 3 days later. It would have been this candle right here. I'm sorry. Yeah, 2 days later. That candle right there. I would have taken a 5% gain, $1.59 out of it. If you had held it that whole time, you could have done the whole thing. Now, how do I know I would have done that? Because I have rules. Because I know where I'm going to get in, and I know where I'm going to get out, and I'm going to know why. Now, let's get back to Palantir. And I promise you, I am going to make sure this one is Palantir this time. You got a bonus out of me. You got net, and you got Hims, and you got Palantir. Okay, we did get that sell signal right at the top. Look at this. So Palantir, as I've been saying for a while, a gap and go like this changes things. It changes things. And Palantir is at a G42 on the heat map. So I'm not saying it's going to crash back down. We just saw that a minute ago, right? We can capture gains, but it may not be the exact top. But right here, this makes me, I would absolutely get out of it right here at this point. Without a doubt, hands down, I would be getting out on that sell signal. But you do you. I can't make you buy or sell anything, so that's your choice. Let me catch up on the chat. I saw that one. Eric, what's up? How do you know where the order blocks are? We have them on the charts. Let's go to PayPal. Go to PayPal. So this one right here is one I drew. It's not a real order block. So order blocks are large institutional orders that are automatically plotted on here. Now I use TrendSpider for my charts, but this is actually something we're working on right now. We're building new charts. Mahesh is like all over. Mahesh spends all day long right now coding in the new charts, and they're supposed to be as snappy as TrendSpider. You're going to be able to draw on them. It's going to be glorious. And he sent me the first iteration of his order block calculation. So I have that in hand today. It's in an Excel spreadsheet that he sent to me. So I'm going to be reviewing it. It's on PayPal, just so you know. So order blocks are coming to OVTLYR. I just don't know when. Good question, though. All right, let's get back to the video here.
With the buy low, sell high. I love it. That's actually great advice. Buy low, sell high.
I feel like we've made a huge mistake here. You know, the Money Guy show has been going on for what, like 15 years now? We should have just started with that. You just wait until you see the stock going up and you buy it, and then when it stops going up, you sell it and rinse and repeat. That's all you got.
I know they're being so sarcastic about this, but that's the only way this game works. It's the only way this game works, right? If you're getting into the S&P 500, if you're dollar cost averaging into the S&P 500, it only works when the market's going up. It's just math. It's the only way it works because only price pays.
You gotta do it. It's that easy.
If you're
a bit cringy for me to watch this, I'm just saying.
Wondering how much you can make doing this, in this month I turned about 400 into 14,000, and in this month I turned less than 1,000 into 20,000.
But listen, those are phenomenal returns. Phenomenal. My guess is that he caught amazing trends. But I also guess, because I assume he's a novice investor, that when things didn't work his way, he might have kept doubling in, adding to losers, like just making poor choices. And I don't know the guy, but that's usually how things go. You have incredible success because you found the right stock at the right time, but then you don't know how to manage risk, and then you blow it out. But then again, they could be living on Fiji for all I know.
Honestly, my favorite part about this isn't even the amount of money you can make, but just the fact that we don't have to go to a 9-to-5 job.
Yeah, we can focus on things that we actually enjoy doing. So if you have friends that like want to make money from home, you can tag them or send them a link. Or if you make money this way, share it in the comments so other people know like there's more people doing this now.
Here's how you turn $400 into like $10,000.
Okay.
$40 into $10,000 is to use that $40 to put gas in your car, drive to work, go to work, and start making money. There's no free ticket to make it. So the only way you can turn $400 into $14,000, you're either levered.
You're taking exceptional risk. He's buying all the out of the money calls. All the out of money calls. I don't even know if he understands what theta is. Yeah, you're taking exceptional risk to do that.
I mean, up to your eyeballs. Sure. You're doing stock options and those things.
Or you got lucky. You bought Tesla at the right time and it happened. Or you bought Bitcoin, or you jumped into GameStop. Those things are not replicable. You cannot build an entire strategy around that. That's lucky. It's no different than if you walk into a casino and you're like, hey, I'll tell you how to win at the casino. You just put all your money on black. Yeah, that might work for you, but it will not work over the long term.
I look at it as
that's all risk management. 1,000% risk management.
The whole sports fishing analogy I make is the fact that he threw a lure in the water, got the big one, the biggest one that he's actually going to mount on the wall so everybody sees it for forever. But that's not a replicable. Not every time you go fishing do you get the trophy.
That's right.
Catch fish. So
well said. Well said. In fact, in trading in the zone, there's a section about how every trade is unique, right? Because not every buyer that's there tomorrow was the same buyer or seller that was there today, right? Every trade is unique. And what that means is that he may have had phenomenal returns, astronomical returns, but using the same strategy on the same stock will never yield the exact same outcome, right? And if you think it does, I got a new story. Like the market doesn't care what you think.
What you typically do when you know you need the fruit of actually fishing and you need to generate to pay for your family, you do index funds. Yep. You throw out the net in the water so you get a more likely that you can provide for your future instead of just going sports fisher style and hoping every time you fish you catch Tesla the fish or Bitcoin the fish, because it's just not realistic.
Love it. All right.
So if you're under the age of 25 and you want to be rich someday, here's exactly what you should be doing.
Get yourself a credit card when you turn 18. This is a good one.
I don't know. This makes me nervous already.
Wait a minute. First step to becoming wealthy is go get a credit card?
Let's see where it goes. Hold on. Let's see where it goes.
If you pay off the credit card on time, it's going to help you build your credit score, which you need to buy a house.
Okay, fair point. I mean, I think I did that exact thing in college for sure.
or take out any loans. Next, read these books. They will change your
Okay. Rich Dad Poor Dad, that's great. I've not read Millionaire Fastlane. 4-Hour Workweek is amazing. Think and Grow Rich, fantastic. The 10X Rule, I listened to it on an audiobook. It's okay. It's basically just Grant Cardone saying, oh, pick a goal and 10X everything you're thinking of. Now, honestly, that's pretty good. That's pretty good because it makes you shoot higher. Richest Man in Babylon. When I was in college, I actually wanted to be a lawyer. And I worked at this lawyer's office summer and winter breaks. And he specifically recommended Richest Man in Babylon. So I've also read that one. Good book.
mindset and help you build your wealth. Also, start investing $250 every single month.
Bro, she's legit.
I'm digging it a little bit.
This will be over $1 million when you retire.
Well, only price pays, right? If you invest that into AMD, it's going to be $0 when you retire. I don't know. AMD is going to do fine at some point, but it ain't today. If you invest that into a stage 4 downtrend, it's certainly not going to be $1 million when you retire, right? Your investment vehicle does matter.
Also post more tips on my YouTube channel.
Oh, I love it. Hey, Sarah, that was all great. I think that was wonderful. I don't disagree with anything she said.
I agree. I think that was very good.
Yeah, I mean, I probably would have said, I wouldn't have started with credit cards. I mean, that's because credit cards are something you need to be scared of. It's not something that I think the typical person says,
ooh, the Coach B's here. So Coach B knows this industry, and he actually prefers to watch me, is what he's saying. Coach B, my man, how you doing? I'm so glad you're here.
What got me to $1 million?
These guys probably don't even believe it's possible.
But I understand the point she was making was you need to establish credit.
Understand how to use debt.
But remember, pay it off monthly. But I do love the fact she basically recommended index fund, saving for
every trade is unique. You're welcome.
The future, because she respected discipline. She respected the money that you invest from that discipline and the time it takes to let that money grow through the index investing. So that was actually really good.
She gets the money, got check mark.
Thinking of quitting your job? Don't just yet. Apply for every single credit card, line of credit, car financing, mortgage, because once you quit your job and start your own business, you do save more on taxes, but your purchasing power goes down the drain. So don't quit unexpectedly. Arm yourself well.
Wait a minute.
Once you start your own business.
Oh, so he's saying before you quit your job, make sure to open up all the lines of credit you possibly can. That way, when you don't have income, you can draw on those lines of credit. I hear what he's saying, but that feels really risky. Feels really risky. Hey, Bert from the Netherlands, good to see you. Dustin expected her to be fake. Best product never wins. Best known product always wins by Grant Cardone. Man, yeah, it's super pricey. Like really, really pricey. I'm thinking about exiting Palantir in the morning. I think that's a great idea. I enter an exit based on technicals. Let's keep going.
You do save more on taxes. Well, not if you're not making any money.
Here's what I would encourage as a person who's started a business, several businesses. Leverage is so dangerous, guys. I mean, you've got to understand that if you can't pay your bills when you go take debt, they take your stuff. So you need to be very fearful of debt. If you don't have enough money saved, I mean, that's the thing. I realized I wanted to be self-employed right after my father passed away. I took a full year and a half to save for that that dream. And then when I reached that level of money so that I could make it through the 3 years it would take to build my business, I was okay. You don't come up with the ideas. You know what? I need to be an entrepreneur. I need to start tomorrow. And the way I'll bridge that 3 years of growing and building my business is debt.
It's about opening every credit card and every line of credit.
God, guys, it's already so stressful to start your own company. The last thing you need to do is also lose sleep because you're worried about how you go pay the creditor.
Oh, yeah, good point. And, I talk about stocks when they're going down, about the mental capital of that, right? Like I can imagine that people who invested in AMD based on certain YouTubers, they're losing a lot of sleep at night, right? Their mental capital is getting wasted. I imagine people who invested in SoFi because it was the big hype stock are losing a lot of mental capital, right? I imagine people who invested in Elf Beauty are losing a lot of sleep at night because somebody recommended it to them. Okay. There's a lot to be said about this. In fact, I'll share a story with you real quick. I remember when I was putting my son Elliot to bed, this was years ago, and I was completely in the market, 100% in, across different options. Right. But I had this sinking feeling in my stomach of, if the market crashes tomorrow, I am wiped out. Like I remember like cold sweat coming on, goosebumps all over the place. Like I'm so fucking screwed if the market crashes tomorrow. I don't know why I thought that, but I did. It's not like the market was crashing anyway. But that had a lot to do with, I was way too risky. If you're losing any amount of sleep, you are way too big in that position. You're way too big in that position if you lose any sleep at all. So let's continue on here.
Financial that you know that you feel like the whole world should know. And let me go first. And I hope this doesn't blow up because this is literally going to make people millionaires. If you invest $500 into the S&P 500 for 20 years, you'll have $1.3 million in 20 years. Now you might say,
it's not guaranteed. The market has gone up historically, but there's no guarantee it will continue to do so. But he does have the idea. He's got the idea right.
20 years, that's a pretty long time. I'm about to turn 20 years old. That means by the time that I'm 40, I would have a guaranteed $1.3 million. And I don't know about you, but
cringing hard on that one. It's not guaranteed, my friend. Not guaranteed. Right. Let's look at QQQ. Not guaranteed, unfortunately. Let's go to monthly candles and let's zoom out. Right. First, if you invested all the way up to here, November 2021, you didn't get any gains on that until December of 2023. But let's go back even further, and this will really scare you, right? If you were the young gentleman saying, you know what, just invest everything you can, right? From March 2000 until November 2016, beginning of 2017, that 8% compounding, that 9-10% compounding you feel like you're guaranteed is not guaranteed. It's not guaranteed. Oh, SPY got a sell signal today? Oh, shit's about to hit the fan. Did it really? I didn't even notice. I've been too busy. I had to prepare for that conference. It did get a sell signal today. Look at that. And we have bearish market breadth too. Mari on top of it. So here's the deal. Once that trend reverses and starts coming back down, it's short city. Short city. I don't know when that's going to happen. I don't know when that's going to happen because we're close to all-time highs right here. But there's a big disconnect right now with market breadth continuing to push down, more and more sell signals coming. And we got a sell signal on the SPY. Yee! Just watch. I'm not saying it's going to crash overnight. Don't get me that. Let's do this. Let's rank the video. Throw your rating in the chat. And it better be good. Don't like give a snarky ranking on that. Don't give a snarky ranking on that. They don't deserve a snarky ranking. I'm going to give them an 8. They know what they're talking about. They're impressive, right? They can definitely, as we all can, get really siloed into what we believe is true. I think they would probably give me a 1. They would probably say I'm a 1.5 because I'm forgettable and painful to listen to. But then again, at the end of the day, we all know that only price pays, right? And if you're buying the slope of hope, you're making money. If you're buying the wall of worry, that's where the monkey hammer lives, and you don't want that. Let's go to our member highlight real quick. All right, so over in our Discord, I saw a couple that I wanted to share real quick. Decadent Wolf, another win using OVTLYR. He bought HIMS at 42 and just sold at 55. Outstanding work there. Dave was asking a question or answering a question about the golden ticket trading strategy, the way that I trade. It works in up or down markets, just not sideways. Thank you, Dave. Thank you for pointing that out. It absolutely works. Like last year, I had a 92% gain on 48 trades, right? That sounds impossible, but it's what happened. Every single trade is on our Discord, by the way, if you want to track it down, if you don't believe me. Be sure to share your stories in the Discord. And the first rule of OVTLYR is you tell everybody about it, right? And hit the like button. Now back to trading in the OVTLYR trading room. What is OVTLYR and what does it do? Or how does it work? Old Uncle Warren used to say, be fearful when others are greedy and greedy when others are fearful. But OVTLYR shows you when investors are acting rationally fearful or greedy and by how much, allowing you to get into the stock before the OVTLYR move happens. And we have looked at a few where there's some unbelievable greed going on right now. When that gets stretched, I think of it like a rubber band. The further you stretch it, the harder it's going to snap back. So we'll have to see for sure. And you'll have to see how you can get the annual pass for 64% off, but the deal ends tomorrow, right? I really encourage you to get that. If you already have a trial and you want to convert up to the annual pass, we got you covered. Just shoot us an email and we'll take care of the rest. Now, my style of trading is called the golden ticket trading strategy, as Dave says, and it's when only price pays. It starts with the market, with the 10 over the 20, price over the 50. Well, that's going to wrap it for me today. I got to run. No trade set up, but of course, tell me what you're trading in the chat and be sure to come back tomorrow where I'll help you save time, make money, and start winning with less risk together as a team. YouTube is going to pop up a couple recommended videos. I recommend you watch one of them, and I also recommend you have a fantastic day. We'll talk soon.